Let me introduce our new project car to you. It is a 1998 Ford Taurus Winston Cup car. I've been told that the body was installed on an older Laughlin chassis to be used as a show car for the sponsors. It was in the Chick-fil-A Museum in Atlanta, Georgia, until the chain owner, Kathy, passed away. Sometime after that, it was sold. At some point, a franchise owner in North Palm Beach, Florida, donated it to a local church. After they had nowhere to store the car, my buddy received the car from them. He removed the street-style 351 Windsor and 3-speed manual trans, and then I got the chassis from him. My plans are to restore the car to a point and install a new drivetrain. I'm thinking of using the car for autocross, track days, car shows, maybe even some burnout contests. My target for its first event will be at the 2024 Holly LS Fest East show in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So far, my research has turned up that the chassis is a Laughlin Racing Products chassis with a front clip serial number of 934. Bar number 7 in the driver's compartment does not have any stampings on it, so it probably never raced after 1995 or thereabouts. The 1998 Ford Taurus body was installed by Leading Edge Race Cars in Mooresville, North Carolina around the winter of 1997 through the spring of 1998. Now, the number 7 race car in the late 80s until 1993 was owned by Alan Kulwicki, the 1992 NASCAR Cup champion. But he unfortunately passed away in a plane accident April 1st, 1993. 1994 or thereabouts, Jeff Bodine purchased the assets to build his new team. I have found 008 stamped or etched in different places of the car. 3 of the wheels on the car are stamped AK7 193. And the bottom of the radiator is marked Kulwicki September 92. So I started cleaning up the car with some help from friends. The interior had nests in it from some kind of rodents. All of the Lexan windows had gone bad and turned yellow. The brake system has gone bad, lines have rusted, calipers frozen. There was damage on the fuel cell containment shell. To me, it looks like somebody tried to push the car with a fork truck. And the hood hinges have just about ripped off the hood. The dash and rear package tray had surface rust on them since the flat black paint doesn't have any metal protection. So after the initial cleaning, I moved on to the brakes. This car used JFZ calipers front and rear. The front had 13 by 1 3/8 rotors, and the rear had 12 by 1 3/8. I couldn't find rebuild kits for these calipers, but I was able to find a replacement set of calipers that included rebuild kits and extra brake pads. The rear floater hubs were leaking grease, so I replaced them and put all the brakes back together. I replaced the rusty brake lines with stainless steel tubing and replaced the Lockheed master cylinder with new Wilwood master cylinders. So next I went to repair the hood. The corners of the hood where the hinges mounted had just about broken completely off. I removed the hood from the car. I reworked the layers of sheet metal to make everything line back up. Then stripped the paint off and welded the sheet metal back up. Then I added reinforcements to the back side of the hood where the hood hinge lined up. When it was fixed, I was able to locate paint in a spray can that matched pretty close. I reapplied the white stripe and installed the hood back on the car. Then I went after the rusty dash. It was only surface rust on the areas that were painted flat black, mainly the dash and the rear package tray. I removed the wiring gauges from the car. I then sanded those areas, prepped them for paint, masked off the car, and then painted the dash and the rear package tray. When I was done, I reinstalled the gauges. Next was the windshield. Bought a new window kit from 5-Star Race Cars and began the process of cutting and fitting the windshield. After making it fit properly, I painted the black border on it and I installed the windshield in the car with all new hardware. Now I have to continue with the rest of the windows. Thanks for watching. Hope you return for future parts of this project build. Next up is the engine and transmission.